Oh man, everything is blessed.
Thanks a lot for coming to bless our studios this afternoon. Now tonight, you're in Birmingham. We're going to be talking about the concert just very, very soon.
Yeah.
Is this, guys, your first time coming to Birmingham at all?
It's not my first time coming to Birmingham, but I've only been here one time before.
Mine either, John. I've been here before. A couple of times, I think.
A couple of times? How long ago was that?
You know, it's been a while ago.
Yeah.
It was a couple of years ago I was here, and then before then, maybe 5, 6 years ago before then. So it's a long time before.
Well, I know Birmingham is the home of my favorite band in music, which is Duran Duran.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Duran Duran fan, have been for 25 years. So I'm excited just to be in their hometown.
I can tell you,
That's cool.
the listeners out there are excited about tonight's event.
Beautiful.
Obviously, you guys are going to be performing, as I said. I'm going to be talking about that very, very shortly on that. Now, Mr. John B., big fan, I must say.
Thank you so much.
Big fan, love the tunes.
Thank you.
Absolutely loving it. Just going back in time, you know, the track that I was playing, Door Talk, going back to that era.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, when I started listening to it, and I was just like, yo, loving it like everybody else. You know, how did you find this, you know, into this R&B arena?
Yeah.
Breaking through into it.
I think early as a kid, you know, the music didn't really have a category that was labeled with. As a kid, you just heard a beat, you nod your head, you know, you made your dance steps to it. Later on, music, as I grew older, music had a style. It had a name for every style of music had a name for it. So I didn't realize that until I was well into like 10 or 11 years old. But by that time, music had such a huge influence on me. That music in general had a huge influence on me. It wasn't until I was 10 years old that I actually knew there was something called R&B. I had no idea. I just thought music was music. So when I heard Rod Stewart singing, "If you want my money and you think I'm sexy," with that bad disco beat in the background, man, with the music was so funky. I mean, the Bee Gees, man. I mean, let me just name some white artists that are funky, because I mean, just to prove a point that rhythm and blues sort of was a name that was added to the music to categorize us. But man, music is what it's about, man. Music. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a cat that's strictly about music.
About music. I mean, you have done collaborations with some of the biggest artists. You know, talking Mr. Tupac, the late great Tupac. You know,
Rest in peace,
absolutely crazy. I mean, out of all your collaborations, you know, what was the moment of, of glory for you? What was the moment that you?
Yeah. Well, you know, obviously Tupac passing 2 weeks after we recorded in the studio together. You know, that was an incredibly hard experience to go through, in terms of just, you know, you have so much of an idea and you get so much excitement behind something after you finish it. You have a million different ways you want to shoot the video. You can think of all the touring we're going to do. At the same time, for me, this was sort of like a really, like a hood record, you know what I mean? This was going to be really, really hot for the streets, and the streets were sort of like shy to like my music, because, you know, I sing the lovey-dovey songs, you know what I mean? It's not hard enough for the streets. So as soon as this record comes out, this completely changes from, you know, that whole soft side guy, and all of a sudden now I got the brothers coming up to me on the street, "Hey man, I like that song, what up?" You know what I mean? And so if it wasn't for Tupac and that song, "Are You Still Down?" I don't know if you'd be seeing the same John B you see right here. You know what I mean? He left me with an incredible blessing, man. So
it is a brilliant track, I must say. Until today, man, every time I listen to that track, absolutely love it. Now, have you got any new stuff coming out very, very soon that people can look forward to?
Yeah, I do actually. I'm really excited about all the music that I'm making right now. I don't have a complete album finished, because I'm still writing, still trying to just, you know, it's baking in the oven. It's baking in the oven. You know, it's got to get ready, and I can smell the beautiful, you know, aroma of the album about to drop. But yeah, I mean, I don't have no date, nothing like that. But it's just, it's a really beautiful thing, because it's number 7. This is album 7. So album 7's got to be right, man. You know, album 7's got to be just, you know, stellar. You know, so I will say there are some songs I'm really excited about showing people. The first song you can look out for on iTunes. It'll be most likely available very soon. It's called "After the Party," and that's a really incredible record. It's gonna go back. I'm gonna take you back to the They Don't Know. You know what I mean? Take you back to when ballads sounded like that on the radio. So I feel like that's what the radio is really missing right now. Don't get me wrong. I love all the records. You know what I mean? But there's definitely something missing from radio right now. And I feel like what it is we don't hear any ballads at all. We don't hear any emotional records at all. The records that we hear are strictly about getting some tail and drinking. That's what's up. You know that, right? Everybody out there in the radio waves been going,
Precisely, yeah.
For real, man. So we need at least one record to cut through to tell these kids, man, when they're 15, they're 14, 16, whatever, it's okay to be in love. It's okay to have a boyfriend. It's okay to just tell someone you love them. You know, you don't have to be nasty to a girl to get what you want, blah, blah, blah. We need to have more respect for ourselves. Because if we have respect for ourselves, then that really says what music can do. You know, music is the influencer. Music is the sort of the enabler, you know, for why people do certain things. So I'm using my power and my influence to help people do good things. And that's what's up.